Hello everyone, welcome to channel Duello. I have another deck guide for you. But in this video I won't be talking much about the deck because everyone is familiar with Arachas Swarm deck, and this deck is no different than the one I played last season. I don't remember the version that I shared with you guys last month, but this is really similar to that. I mean, there are three versions of it. One of them is running Portal, one of them is running Yirden, and this one is running neither. It's running Curse of Corruption and Location. More mid-rangey, I would say. This is a pretty good deck. I reached 2500 last season with this deck. It was really good, but I'm not sure about this season. And if you want to play monsters this season, you have three options actually. This one, V, and finally Keltulus. So, and they are not different than the other seasons, than the previous seasons, but I think they do match up pretty well. People are preferring Keltulus and V. Why? Because devotion decks are more popular right now. Because syndicate players need to play devotion because of the Horson Jr. Because that card is really phenomenal and you need to play devotion. And other than that, Skellige usually plays devotion. So that's why Keltulus and V are pretty good choices. Although I wouldn't recommend anyone playing V because the deck is pure toxic and it's not fun to play, in my opinion. But still, I mean, if you're a competitive player and want to raise your MMR, V could be an option. And Keltulus used to be a toxic deck, but compared to V and other nonsense, right now Keltulus is, I mean, we got used to it. What can I say? So anyway, so that's why I prefer Arachas Swarm. I don't want to play the other two. I like Keltulus though, but I mean, everyone knows the deck card by card. So I mean, Keltulus is a great tournament deck, but I'm not really good at it, especially playing it on ladder. That's why I do not prefer it. Instead, I'm playing this deck. And in this version, as usual, you need to have Oneiromancy for consistency. Triss Telekinesis and Yennefer are two of the best cards in this deck. Yennefer, you usually play it on your range row and boost all other units by 2, and you always have more units than the opponent. And with Triss, you're gonna play a bronze special card, and the bronze special cards we have in this deck are Spontaneous Evolution, but make sure that you have a drone before playing that. Playing Triss, just in case you draw Evolution. Other than that, we have Arachas Nets, so you can play Arachas Nets onto a blank board, so that's no problem. And the final card, the most powerful of the three, is Bone Talisman. You boost all allied units by 1. But sometimes, I mean, in some cases, Spontaneous Evolution could be a better choice. I'm not running Predatory Dive or Natural Selection. It's really good to have only 3 bronze special cards, as you'll be facing some decks that are running bronze cards, bronze special cards, so you don't want to increase the number of the odds and draw something that you do not want to. And for control purposes, we have single Karate Heatwave, Curse of Corruption. Those are our toll units, toll punish. Other than that, we have a Parasite, which we can tutor with Wisp's Tribute, if necessary. Other than that, we have what else? Storge is a control card, so you can lock a unit with him. And that's about it. And I think they're usually more than enough to deal with most of the threats. But if you're running against an engine heavy deck, that could be a problem. We also have Crimson Curse. This is not a great fit in this deck, but when you're playing Crimson Curse, you're producing 2 Echimeras and an additional one because you're playing an organic card. And Arachas Swarm's leader ability will produce 1 token, so you're producing 3 units, while creating a Blood Moon effect on the opposite row. This here usually brings a lot of points on the board. Could be a really good tempo card, so I think this has been a staple card since the card got buffed. And other than that, what else do we have? We have some swarm payoff cards, like actually, let's say unit generators like Arachas Behemoth. I mean, you can generate 3 units, and if you have more drones on the board, Behemoth will boost them. Another great card, and you don't want to use it on the first round. You either want to use it on the second round to bleed the opponent, or save it for the final round. And those are our gold cards, I guess. We also have Doldulok. Well, Doldulok's order ability is pretty good. You can carry it over to the next round and use it to get 1 tokens, you know, to increase the number of units. And your spawn here will, let's say, 9 out of 10 times be Chimera. Chimera will consume a unit, but before playing that, you should pay attention to the number of cards in your head, so it has to be Adrenaline 4. And worst case scenario, if you have nothing else to play, you can play Fuka maybe, just to get maybe Thrive value out of something. And for bronze cards, we have double Chimeras. Chimeras are really great in this deck. One of the reasons these swarm decks became popular, actually, after this set. Chimera really is a great fit in swarm decks. We also have some Death Wish units, double Andraga X and a single Night Wraith, and a double Andraga Warriors to consume them. And a single Squirrel. And Squirrel will, let's say, remove pesky cards like Redanian, Flying Redanian, and then Oneiromancy and Amphibious Assault, those Echo cards. Maybe sometimes Madoc or other, you know, some annoying Skellige units that come out of the graveyard, like Phoenix, which I played against in one of the matches. I think I'll share that game with you. Or maybe I may not. I haven't decided which videos to upload to the internet. Okay, so anyway, so that's the guide. That's the list. I'm gonna show 3 games that I played earlier. 2 wins, 1 loss. Hope you like them. But my MMR was really low because I didn't play a single monster game. I'm using this deck just to make that happen. That's why, you know, the opponents were not that great. Some of the decks were clowny. But I mean, you lose to them sometimes, so... Anyway, that's it. So hope you like the videos and see you at the end of the video. Let's get started, shall we? I'm against Imperial formation. Left part, okay. So if this is a soldiers list, then if they're playing that crossbowman, I'm in trouble here. Okay, so I don't have anybody to eat Night Wraith. Well, actually I have Chimera. Yeah, that could be used maybe, but I'm gonna get rid of one of them. This is nice. But do I need 2 of them? I'm not sure. Let's get rid of Night Wraith, I guess. Well, Nilfgaard is usually struggling against swarm decks, but I'm not sure about soldiers. Especially if they're running crossbowmen. We'll see. And also those enforcers are pretty good too, you know, with those Wumpings, so there are a lot of threats actually. Okay, here comes Helga. This is interesting. Okay, this is one of the easiest Curse of collections. So Helga, Imperial formation. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have luck. So I guess this was a tactic, you know, to get out of the first round, I guess. You know, is gonna activate it twice, and there really is nothing I can do about it. I don't have Oneiromancy. If I had, I would have locked it, and I don't have the luck. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, play my Storm cards, maybe play Crimson Curse on melee row. That could be an option as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because, you know, a farm will spawn on melee row. Let's push. My hand is pretty good, but I don't plan to use Behemoth.
Lieutenant Flat will lead the scouts.
Okay, there is the crossbowman, that's my trouble.
Or four, I never miss, even at full time.
Now the random pings will be really annoying, and the opponent isn't using Damien's ability for some odd reason. Okay, so which one is the best card here? Probably Nest. But sooner or later he has to use the leader. I mean, he needs to actually. Amnesty, so the deck is running. I mean, should be running lots of tactics. The opponent uses the leader. Okay, so does not get a fawn out. So it's probably a better soldier for the next round. But I mean, I can catch up easily. The opponent is trying not to lose uneven, so he will manage to do that, and there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot make 11 points, I guess, but there will be bleeding though, right? Bleeding too. Yes, so what is the number of most points I can get here? I think spontaneous evolution. It's nice, 14. This will get bleeding. I mean, I could use 2 of my leader, and I really don't want to do that, but I think that's the right call here. Assassination is really weak here. I have one more turn for Chimera's Adrenaline. I don't want to play Arachas Nest here. I think I'll play Triss and see what we'll get.
I will not let this become a second Sodom.
Well, I think Talisman will bring me the most points here. Definitely. So I think that was the right move what I did the previous turn to get ahead of my opponent. Now it's really difficult for the opponent to catch up with me. I'm gonna be playing these 2 cards next. Probably I'll prefer Doldulek. Okay, he just gave up. Heatwave, Parasite, they are all nice cards here. Okay, so I will reach Adrenaline 6 soon. I have 8 cards. I can start with Nest and then play Behemoth. And then I can play the Chimeras or maybe Doldulek. Yennefer is kinda risky here because of coup de grace. Maybe I can get rid of one of the Chimeras, because I will have 3 of them. This is not what I'm looking for. Okay, this is much better. Okay, let's start with Nest. I should definitely save my leader charges and hold the leg for third round. If we go into third round, here comes Ramon into something pink.
Not today! Visima tomorrow!
I can kill the next crossbowman. Spontaneous evolution. So he's gonna remove 2 of my drones here. There's no escape. This is gonna spawn 2 more drones, so probably one of the drones on the front row will go away. Yep. So this is gonna fill the row here. It's looking strong already. Okay, so that's not nice.
Discipline. That's what
I can't kill any of these. 5 armor, 4 armor. But the roll is full here, so this is a pretty good. Actually, let's do this first and then the next chimera. Now they're all 3, so the 2 pings will not destroy any of them. Royal Decree, so this is a non-devotion deck. Well, that's gonna be heat waved. I said heat wave because it's obvious that I'm not gonna be able to use parasite because the opponent is not idiot. And there probably isn't a masquerade ball in my opponent's deck. I want to make the last round as short as possible. I don't think I can 2-0 my opponent. But with 3 charges from Arachas Swarm, leader ability, and 2 charges from Dull Leg will be pretty good here. Another ping there. I'm gonna consume this. Arachas is quite weak. I'm gonna pass, I think this is enough. So no more leaders, no more elder bears. What? Is it that bad? Well, the writing's on the wall, I guess. So the first game was quite good. But I mean, Nefgard is usually good, but you know, despite crossbowmen, we were able to get the win. At the same time, I was on red coin, so that was a huge plus. So I definitely abused it. Let's try one more. Oh, will be my second opponent, another Nilfgaard. This time it's Imprisonment. What's with the Nilfgaard matchups here? I'm a red coin once again. Well, there is no one to consume. and I don't like this hand. There are too many control cards, not enough swarm. I may have to get rid of one of these three, but I'm kind of scared that I won't be able to draw them again. Another Bone Talisman. That's not gonna work. Okay, this is more balanced. Okay, so it's really difficult to understand what my opponent is running. But I'm gonna parasite this anyway. I forgot about the spawn, so if this is a Colgrim deck, I am in big trouble. I shouldn't be playing many organic cards. This could be a Colgrim deck, because you know those two cards are in that deck. Let's spontaneous evolution here. If this is a Colgrim deck though, you know, I have pretty good answers to that, let's say, critical threats. But my deck will be filled with these one-powered drones. What? Oh, I didn't notice that the other one didn't come out. Oh boy. Interesting. What's going on here? Well, I'm gonna play this. This could be another win uneven situation. That's really not that important. I'm gonna play Triss or Talisman. Which one is better? I think playing Triss and finding Spontaneous Evolution or Arachas Swarm would be better here.
I'll do what I can.
I kind of hit everything, so the opponent isn't probably running Turning Just or something like that. Okay, so Bone Talisman will, you know, play for a lot of points here, but this looks like a great selection as well. This one is good too. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Gonna play Talisman next and probably Tempo Pass or something like that. I still have the first use for Oneiromancy. Here comes the second poison.
The Vermoians have particular tastes.
So the opponent equalizes the score. I could pass here, but I'm not going to. Oh, sorry about that. 14-point deficit is a lot. But I don't want to give round control. The opponent needs to play at least 2 cards, I guess. If he plays Bravens or something like that, I could probably play Curse of Corruption. And by the way, this is not a Colgrim deck, so it was just confirmed with Fangs. Okay, using Leader is pretty good for me. Coup de grace into Triss, but Triss will not give him that many points. You know, just 5 units on the board for him, even if he hits a Talisman. Still he'll pass me, so I think that makes sense. So probably I will use Curse of Corruption next. Okay, it's even worse. I think I could go on Neuromancy into the location card. Chimera will consume front row. Okay, so we gotta be careful about coup de grace for obvious reasons. I can always squirrel for that, by the way. Maybe I should have. I didn't do that. That could have been a mistake though. Okay, at least we got the winning uneven thing. Nice, very nice. I don't think I will need luck here. This is better. Enormous is crucial to get the Yennefer. Let's start like this. Oh boy, everything's on the front row. I mean range row. Well, I'm gonna have to use maybe all the leader charges for Behemoth. And hope that I draw... And maybe, you know... Just forget about... Okay, Masquerade Ball. Should I heat wave this or just pass? I think I should pass here. Because, you know, although playing 9... This is a tough call. Because playing 9 cards around with Nilfgaard is always a risk. And although we got Roderick out, I mean, I'll be trading Spontaneous Evolution with Masquerade Ball here. But I'm gonna, you know... I mean, I will have the last 2 say actually. And he's gonna have 8 cards. Still over swarming could be an issue, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that. But this time I don't think I will use my leader charges and Behemoth, because this is a pretty good Chimera roll. Maybe I could use one of the charges. 3, 6, 7, 9. Let's see. We didn't see Joachim yet. Well, there is the guy. Speak of the devil. I'm gonna consume that. So that he can play coup de grace into Roderick. I won an even, so it really doesn't matter if I'm behind or not. I have Curse of Corruption to deal with this usurper, so that's gonna be a 14-point spell, which is pretty good. I could use Talisman this round. If the opponent is, you know, thinking about saving coup de grace for Yennefer, that's not going to be the case here, because that will be my last card to play. We go.
You will not regret this.
Pretty bad. This is a pretty good Curse of Corruption, doesn't get better than that. So is the opponent running Location and Cantrella? It's hard to tell. We have seen Vigo, and we didn't see Menno, and we didn't see any of the other gold aristocrats, so I totally expect that it has 7 powered aristocrats. Two, 5, 8. So an 8-point talisman at least. Yeah, there's that Fergus, the guy I was talking about.
Give me my son.
Well, that played for a lot of points actually, you know, because he gave spy status, so the Dame is now 10 power. I can play Talisman for lots of points, but should I? I don't think I need to. I mean, most of the danger spies are gone, so, you know, 6 cards round will be just fine. I only have last say here. But that's fine, I took a lot out of him. Okay, that's great. So I will probably throw Warrior and Dragon Warrior and... Okay, this is phenomenal, just great. I can't complain. I'm gonna Oneiromancy for Yennefer. Nausicaa.
Nausicaa!
5 turns. Crimson Curse. That sounds fine. I mean, I could lock this obviously. Maybe I should. But that's gonna be a poison target for my opponent. But I mean, are there any better targets for luck? Probably not. But I mean, let's do this. This is gonna take away all the boosts, deploy boosts. Okay, here comes spies, but not enough.
Which way to aim? Falling behind.
What are we thinking about here? I'm gonna lock that.
Dragon.
Bradens will go to range row, obviously. Another emissary. No surprises. Now I can play nest. 367. So that is a bit problem. But I think, you know, just fine. Good. As you see, there are still many spies here.
Let us see.
So that's gonna consume this. Okay. Oh, we could have found, by the way, oh, we got a problem here. What if he finds the Yennefer? If he finds the Yennefer, well, it's gonna be a problem. So I'll just Bone Talisman here then. Should I? One of them is coup de grace. I mean, I could go for Endraga Warrior, that's gonna play for a lot of points. I think I'm gonna do that. Talisman and Behemoth and the leader charges will be just enough. I don't think there's anything he can do. Coup de grace and invocation, okay. We know what we're getting. Three, 6. Oh, this will be coup de grace, but that's not gonna be enough. I obviously didn't want to, you know, risk the Yennefer, so that was the right move, I guess. At least the winning move. Because that would have been my, you know, lose condition. So this is much safer. Okay, another Nilfgaard victory.
Magic.
Okay, so probably playing against Keltulus. So Forktails are a big problem against this deck. And Blue Coin, which isn't great. I don't have response to anything for now. Squirrel could come in handy later. Okay, Oneiromancer is good though. Okay, assume this will be fine. I'm not sure about Squirrel here. I'm on Blue Coin. Okay. start with this. Comes Nitral. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything. I mean, if I use Curse of Corruption, what am I going to do against Defender and then Keltulus? That's a big problem, and I can't use Crimson Curse on the melee because Nitral will lead everything there. Crimson Curse is actually pretty bad against this deck. Yeah, maybe I should just, you know, hit Parasite. That could be a good option. Yeah. But I mean, hitting 1 or 2 won't matter too much. Let's just eat this. I mean, I could make this 13, but you know, Heatwave will find a great target. Because I don't have tall units in my deck. So if the opponent has Heatwave in the hand, he wouldn't hesitate to use it. Here comes Wild Hunt Rider. Not using the leader. So if I do that, at least, you know, I'm gonna force my opponent to use the leader. And I'm totally fine with that. Let's boost this. Okay, so another threat. It's really stressful to play against Keltulus decks. I mean, how many answers will you find? I mean, okay, I'm gonna play Oneiromancy and lock this, and but what next turn? What am I gonna do after that? Well, Parasite threat is gone, that's why, you know, he played it without hesitation. What should I do here? Well, I gotta keep playing. So if I play this, that's gonna be a lot of units on this side of the board. This isn't an ideal situation here. No room for Yennefer, although I'm not planning to use her. But at least we're not losing uneven. Somehow gotta find a way to win. A pact would, you know, really do wonders here on Neutral, because the beast will keep growing them. Oh, Forktail, an early Forktail in the first round. Well, forget about losing uneven. Forget what I said about that. Okay, so we're gonna have to use Triss here.
I will not let this become a second Sodom.
So he is running a bomb. Well, the beast stopped growing. So I'm gonna hold on to this Oneiromancy as if my life depended on it. Oh, there is the pact. Why didn't he wait so long? I may have to use Curse of Corruption this round, which won't be ideal. I may have to do that or just do this. It's gonna play for a crazy amount of points, and I really don't want to do that actually. I think I should. Okay. It's a big commitment on my part. Even bigger than Triss. Wrath. So 5 units on the board. So I will probably play Chimera here and use the location. And location will bring me, I think, luck. Oh boy, that's getting bigger and bigger. Should I play one more leader? 1-3. No. So Dorge is guaranteed. Although who am I gonna lock? Because just 2 more leader. So 4 points coming from here is 1 point loss, so 3 points. Oh, thank God. So the remaining cards must be really good or really bad. Parasite has no use. This is just man. Folktail is a huge problem here. I mean, I could go for, Nest. Then play Chimera, use Leader, Talisman. And this is what I get. Okay, so that's not gonna work like this. I think I'm gonna take the long round here. Crap. I'm gonna get roasted here. Yeah, just passing. I don't have anything to play, unfortunately. I mean, I should bleed, but I cannot with this hand. I mean, really crazy to use Oneiromancy for, you know, nests. So that's probably maxi, and bad news for me because, you know, deck manipulation is really important.
You can hide, but I'm gonna get you.
There is no way I'm winning this. What are we waiting here? Planning for the next round, I guess. A disciplined opponent, making all the decisions. What's the hold up here? Finally. Okay, so I gotta get rid of Squirrel. Well, I have to find one of these cards. So I think getting rid of this makes sense. Well, nothing changed, so I'm just gonna have to deal with Keltulus, hopefully with Curse of Corruption. But if the opponent is smart, he should boost other units before Keltulus. I can't lock that. Guy has failed.
The moon shines.
I need to swarm as soon as possible. At the same time, there is Forktail threat, but I have 4 charges. So with Yennefer and those 4 charges, you know, that could be really good. And insectoid consumed already. This is a mistake. Heat wave, or doesn't matter actually. Is this some kind of a trick? Well, I'm gonna be able to lock Siri actually. Why on here? Okay, so we're getting ready for Yennefer. But I mean, the opponent cannot have more units than me. Impossible. There is dash.
Yield and save me some time.
Well, I'm not in a rush to lock that, actually, because this deck is running that Purify card, and with Dominance, you know, they can always purify it, or maybe, you know, plays it earlier. This is a good time for Forktail, for my opponent, obviously, not for me. But the opponent probably doesn't have Forktail. Okay, interesting, but smart. So does he have more units than me? 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 7. Maybe I should play this. But that's crazy talk though. Well, I mean, I have to do that. 6, 7. More. Now I can lock Siri, so we'll see what the last 2 cards are. So the opponent wasn't able to draw his defender. So that could be, you know, the game winning for me. And there it is.
Our work is in time.
I'll see if he has that card. Well, he doesn't, I guess, because he's thinking about it. Oh, Egon sucks. Also, we're fine. I should have heat waved it, but that was a mistake. And that's gonna cost me the game. Why didn't I heat wave it? I forgot about Osrael. So if I used heat wave, Osrael would have played for 7. So we're gonna see how much different. But there's no Osrael. What's going on? Am I winning here? No. No, not a chance. A 2 fork does is just too much. Well, as you see, the worst enemy of monsters is monsters, because the other 2 monsters like are running folktales. Well, playing against mobilization, I don't know what. Is there any other opponent that's worse than this? This is a nightmare matchup. Just awful. We're gonna see lots of revenants here, and I can't do anything about it. So I guess our adventure will stop here with this deck. So the conclusion is this is not a great deck for meta. Huh?
The moon. How bright it shines.
Still pretty good against Nilfgaard, looks like. Although this is not a meta, I mean no one's playing the mobilization, so since I don't have MMR here, I'm facing clown decks, although the previous Keltulus matchup was pretty fair, that was a, you know, regular deck. Is this siege mobilization? That's the question. There is amphibious assault already. Do I have a squirrel in my hand? No, there isn't. Griffin Witcher. Okay.
For honor.
Oh, I'm gonna like that, I guess. Otherwise, it's game over for me. Although he's gonna, you know, start pinging the rats here. Maybe I should play Crimson Curse and go on. And then I can play Parasite. Yeah, let's do that. I should have boosted this. Yeah, there you see. Although Parasite will bring one more drone, but the Archer is a nightmare matchup. I mean, everything is just nightmare.
I'd have to aim and miss.
I mean, who to kill here? Which one is worse? I think I should block that and keep playing. There is the forbidden magic. And is that my exit here? I mean, I gotta try to find a way to win this matchup, but this is really not looking great here. If I parasite that, what am I gonna do? You know, for the following rounds. Well, we'll see. I still have a chance to win this round. What? Okay. I'm gonna believe the opponent. Like crazy. I don't need this. I need one more good card here. I think I'm gonna throw Arachas Nest and draw it with Wispus. Well, didn't matter. Gotta fill the board as quick as possible. I wish I had that Behemoth or an Aeromancy, one of that. I should be careful about using my leader charges here. I have no response to any of the Hydran.
My blue eyes, do you like them?
I gotta swarm like crazy here. Which one will bring me more? This is gonna bring 5 units. This is gonna bring 5 units. So it doesn't matter. Let's do this first. Maybe that. No, here. I think. Oh my god. At least we got both leader and that. 3 units per turn. How wonderful is that? I can put 5 units on the board and then play Yennefer. Oh, I think. Screw it.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
So a Revenant is coming. Yep. A bit of magic. £12 is a lot. I think I'm gonna save these two. One, two, three, four. Okay, Griffin Witcher.
Knights get princesses and we get what? Bloody streagers!
Is this bleed enough? Or should I keep playing? 4, 8. So it's gonna produce only one Revenant, but you know, you can kill those. I think this is a pretty good finishing hand. Same time, this guy's gonna bring good value here. How should I? Okay, so 5. How many units are there? This is 13 points. And the row is getting filled. Yeah, just pass. I'm not sure about 7 card round. The opponent played all the important cards. This would still be a miracle winning against this deck. Wrong bit. So no more Archer, no more Griffin Witcher, no more Eidolon. Behemoths would be amazing here. I'm gonna take my chances. Jesus, why? Just why? Not great. This is a loss. I should have sent Endrag eggs. But without Oneiromancy, this deck is struggling mightily. Not being able to play Arachas Behemoth against this deck is you know, loss. Nothing you can do about it.
When I do the
For this
tender,
most
there's
beautiful
nothing
of
left to
maidens, I shall
try.
fight 100 duels!
So 2 forbidden magics. There probably is another revenant. I mean, regular revenants. What? Why? Okay. Guess. Curse of corruption. Points, Curse of Corruption. Keltulus into what?
Dark clouds gather over Temerian. Have a now. Ask questions later.
Can I play this? While I have 5 units on the board? Nah, that's crazy talk. Now I'm gonna play Triss, so one of these drones will go away. I can spawn more units. Oh boy, game over. Just nightmare matchup, as I told you. What can I do against that?
Some strong magic.
Well, this has more points, I guess. What about forbidden magic? Okay, that'd be ridiculous. Well, okay. Two cards left. So is it Philippa? Okay. Oh my god, I won. Definitely a surprise. He should have passed maybe in the first round, I don't know his hand, but well, I'll take it. Okay, so I mean, I tried to demonstrate if the Arachas Swarm deck is still viable. I think it is, but no one is playing. I don't know why. But I think it was more powerful last season, by the looks of it. I mean, I didn't face any Pirate Codex, but Pirate Co. Well, I mean, if they lose the first round, I think they're susceptible to get bled. But Orsanjin is a phenomenal card, so I'm not sure. I wish I had faced that and, you know, tested against that Pirate Codec, but I wasn't able to. So, well, I'm playing other factions to raise my MMR, so I'll probably pass on monsters this season. But still, if you're thinking about monsters, Arachas Swarm is an option. Okay, so thank you for watching, and hope to see you in another Duello video in the future. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So see you next time.